Okay, a very good morning children. Welcome to my channel Maths with Mohanty sir. Children, in the last class I was discussing about the concept of symmetry, particularly line symmetry. Symmetry, symmetrical figure, what is line symmetry, under what condition a figure is said to be what? Symmetric or symmetrical. Okay. Then how to find line symmetry of different figures, different English alphabets like capital A, capital H, O, etc. As I said, in O it will have infinite lines of symmetry because we can fold the letter O about any line, about any diameter. So it will have infinite lines of symmetry. Okay. Then I also had discussed how to find the line symmetry or line of symmetry of a line segment and an angle. Which is the line symmetry of a line segment? Which is the line of symmetry of an angle? How to bisect an angle? How to construct the perpendicular bisector of a line segment, etc. These are the things which we had discussed in the last class. Okay. Today let us find the lines of symmetry of triangle. Okay. So as you know children, triangles are of different types: scalene triangle, equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle. Okay. Now consider an isosceles triangle. Suppose ABC. Let us find out whether it has line symmetry or not. And if it has line symmetry, then how many line symmetry does it have? Whether 1 or 2 or more than 1, infinite or no, it has no lines of symmetry. Let us find out. See, children, if ABC is an isosceles triangle, suppose AB and AC are equal. Now look at the vertex A. This is vertex A. Okay. So this angle A is the vertical angle B and C are what angle? Base angles, you know it. Because BC is the base, so angle B and C are base angles and angle A is the vertex angle or vertical angle. Okay. Now if you draw the bisector, look at, if you draw the bisector of angle A through this vertex, suppose AD, look at, suppose AD is the bisector of vertex angle or vertical angle A. Bisector, what is the meaning of bisector? Already I have discussed angle bisector in the last class. Angle bisector means it is a line segment. It is a line that bisects or divides the angle into two equal parts or two equal halves. Suppose you draw the angle bisector of vertex A, okay, or vertical angle A. Now, after drawing the bisector of vertical angle A, if you fold this part and this part about this line, that means if you fold triangle ADC and triangle ADB, see, if triangle ADC and triangle ADB are folded about this dotted line, that is AD. AD is the dotted line. That means AD is the bisector of angle A or vertical angle A, okay, or vertex angle A, whatever you say, in isosceles triangle ABC. About this line AD, if you fold triangle ADC and triangle ADB, you will find or you will be surprised to see that C will fall on B. See children, this C will coincide with B, okay. About this line, if this triangle ADC is folded about the line AD, which is the bisector of angle A, now AC will fall on AB. Look at, AC will fall on AB, means AC and AB they will coincide with each other, means C will fall on B, okay, and the two parts will coincide, okay. AD will coincide with itself, AC will coincide with AB, that means C will coincide with B. So what does it mean? It means on folding the two parts, that is the two triangles ADC and ADB about this bisector, angle bisector or bisector of vertical angle A, that is AD, if we fold the two parts, then the two folded parts they are coinciding with each other, means one is covering the other exactly. So definitely then this isosceles triangle has line of symmetry or not? Yes, because it has one line of symmetry. Why? Because about this line, about this dotted line, what is that? It is the nothing but the bisector. It is the bisector. Also you can say it is the median also. AD is the median, AD is the altitude. You already know what is median altitude in the chapter, your triangle and properties. It is already discussed there. Okay. So this is the altitude, this is the median, this is the angle bisector of vertical angle A. Okay. So this median or angle bisector or only bisector of angle A is nothing but the what? Line of symmetry of this triangle. That means about this line, if we fold the two parts, then they will coincide with each other. Thus we came to know that isosceles triangle has one line of symmetry. Now look at equilateral triangle. You know, in equilateral triangle all the three sides are equal. See, I have drawn. Look at this dotted line. Okay, look at this dotted line. Look at this dotted line. Look at this dotted line. See, this dotted line is nothing but the bisector of angle A. This one you can give name, no problem. You can give name also. Suppose name it L, name it M, name it N. You see, L is the bisector of angle A. See, this dotted line L is the bisector of angle A. M is the bisector of angle B, and N is the bisector of angle C. These are the three dotted lines, means three bisectors. Bisectors of angle A, B and C. Look at, in equilateral triangle, you know, all the three sides are equal. Okay, all the three angles are also equal, and the measure of each angle is how many degrees? 60 degree, you know it. Okay, the measure of each angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degree. Now if you draw the bisector of each angle, you will get how many line of symmetry? 3. Because you see, about this dotted line L, if you fold the two parts, suppose name it D, name it E, name it F. Triangle ABD and triangle ACD, if they are folded about the line L, you see, triangle ABD and triangle ACD, if they are folded about the dotted line L, which is nothing but the bisector of angle A, you will be surprised, you will be astonished to see that the two parts, they will coincide with each other. That means this is one line symmetry, line of symmetry or axis of symmetry. Similarly, see this one, ABE, you see, triangle ABE and triangle CBE. If you fold these two triangles about M, the line M, which is the bisector of angle B, these two parts will also coincide. And in a similar manner, this N will be also another line of symmetry, because it is the bisector of angle C. So see, from this we can say that an equilateral triangle has also lines of symmetry. How many lines of symmetry does it have? 3. It has 3 lines of symmetry. That means we can fold the two parts along the line L, or along the dotted line M, or along the dotted line N. And these dotted lines are nothing but what? Lines of symmetry or axis of symmetry. And in equilateral triangle, each line of symmetry is what? It is the bisector of an angle, means bisector of the vertical angle. Okay. So from this discussion we came to know that an isosceles triangle has one line of symmetry, which is nothing but the angle bisector, I mean bisector of the vertical angle, or median, altitude, whatever you say. Okay, even you can say it is the bisector of BC. I mean the line of symmetry is the bisector of the base also, you can say. Okay, no problem, because it will bisect the base. It will bisect, the line of symmetry will bisect the base in case of what? Isosceles triangle. You already know it in congruency. Okay. Now let us consider about a scalene triangle. So it has how many line of symmetry? Line of symmetry is 3. Here line of symmetry, it is 1. Okay. Now what about scalene triangle? You know what is a scalene triangle? In a scalene triangle, all the 3 sides are different. The 3 sides are of different length. So children, as the 3 sides are different length, so just imagine, can we draw line of symmetry? That means about any dotted line, if we take any dotted line, if we take a dotted line about vertex A or vertex B or vertex C, do you expect that suppose I will draw a line, vertical C, suppose I will draw the bisector of angle A, suppose this is the bisector of angle A. Do you think that this part and this part, I mean AC and AB will coincide? The answer is clearly no, because the length of AC and AB is not same. As AB and AC are different length, so about this dotted line, which is suppose the bisector of angle A, suppose through the bisector of angle A we will fold this part and this part, then AC will never coincide with AB, because AC and AB are of different length. How will they coincide with each other? Okay. So from this discussion we can say that in a scalene triangle, as the 3 sides, as the length of 3 sides are different in scalene triangle, we cannot find any line of symmetry. Okay. That means here the line symmetry, number of line symmetry will be 0. A scalene triangle will have no line of symmetry. Okay, it will have 0 line of symmetry, because we cannot fold it. We cannot fold the 2 parts of this triangle about any fixed line or dotted line or about any axis such that the two parts will coincide with one another. Okay, so children, this is the concept of what? Line of symmetry of triangle. Similarly, in a following similar argument, whatever I discussed here in case of isosceles, equilateral triangle and scalene triangle, similarly following similar logic, similar argument, you can easily find out whether right angled or right triangle. Then acute triangle, you know what is acute triangle, obtuse triangle and right triangle. You try to find out, you can easily verify, you can easily find whether a right triangle has line of symmetry or not, whether an acute triangle means acute angle triangle, okay, in which all the angles are acute, whether an acute angle triangle has line of symmetry or not, whether a right triangle has line of symmetry or not, means whether it exhibits line symmetry or not. Similarly, whether an obtuse triangle, you know what is an obtuse triangle? Obtuse triangle means a triangle whose one angle is obtuse. Obtuse means more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. If one angle is obtuse and the other two are acute, we call it what? Obtuse triangle. So in case of obtuse triangle, acute triangle and your right triangle, following similar argument, similar logic, we can easily find, we can easily verify, we can easily check whether they have line symmetry or not. Okay, the main condition you have to understand is you have to see whether two parts of such triangles will coincide with each other if they are folded about a fixed line or axis or not. If it is possible that the two parts of the triangle may be right triangle, may be acute triangle, may be obtuse triangle. If two parts of the triangle, okay, they will coincide with each other on folding about a fixed line, fixed dotted line or fixed axis, then only will claim that yes, it has line of symmetry, otherwise it has no. It is not necessary that a figure will have, it is not necessary that a geometric figure will have rotational line symmetry, not at all. Like scalene triangle, it is also a geometric figure. Does it have any line of symmetry? No, it has no line symmetry, zero. So from this discussion we can say, we came to know that a geometric figure may have one line symmetry like your isosceles triangle. A geometric figure may have three lines of symmetry, C, two lines of symmetry, capital H. In the last class we had discussed. So a figure may have one line of symmetry, two lines of symmetry, three lines of symmetry, even zero line of symmetry, means no line of symmetry. Okay. So children, this is the concept of what? Line symmetry of triangle. Now, line symmetry of quadrilateral. Let us discuss line symmetry of quadrilateral. See, you know what is a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral means any closed figure bounded by four sides. Your rectangle, square, you see. Quadrilateral. Let us discuss about line symmetry of quadrilaterals. Okay. See, suppose rectangle, look at rectangle. Rectangle is a quadrilateral. Why it is a quadrilateral? Because it is bounded, closed by four sides. Okay. You know, in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. This is the length, and these two are the breadths. These two are equal and these two are equal. You know it from junior classes, elementary classes. Okay. Suppose this is a quadrilateral rectangle. Now let us find out whether it has line symmetry or not. See children. Now as these two sides, suppose A, B, C, D is the rectangle. As you know, AD and BC are equal and AB and CD are equal. Now how to get whether it has line symmetry or not? If it has, how many line symmetry does it have? See, now you take the midpoint. See, suppose BC and AD, suppose this is 6 centimeter, this is also 6 centimeter, this is a 4 cm, this is a 4 cm. Now you take the midpoint, look at. Take the midpoint of, look at this dotted line. Take the midpoint of AD and BC. You can easily find out the midpoint of AD and BC by bisecting. I just discussed in the previous lesson I discussed how to bisect a line segment. See, you can easily draw the bisector of AD and BC. Okay. So in order to get the line of symmetry of a rectangle, you bisect AD and BC, means both the pairs, both pairs of opposite sides you bisect. See, suppose this is the this is the midpoint of AD and this is the midpoint of what? BC. Now you draw the dotted line through these 2 points. Through these 2 points, you draw the dotted line. Okay, so this will be one line of symmetry. Similarly, you see, similarly take the midpoint of AB and DC. AB and BC. AB is what? It is the breadth of the rectangle. DC is the breadth of the rectangle. Find the midpoint of AB and find the midpoint of what? DC. By bisecting AB and DC, you will get the midpoint. Now you join the midpoints by dotted line. So see children, this dotted line is one line symmetry, suppose L. This is another line symmetry MC. From this we can say that a rectangle has how many lines of symmetry? Two lines of symmetry. And which is the line symmetry? The line segment, I mean the line passing through the midpoint of opposite sides. The line passing through the midpoints of the opposite sides of a rectangle is nothing but the line symmetry. That means about this line, suppose M, about this dotted line, if you fold this part and this part, the two parts will definitely coincide with each other. Similarly, about this dotted line, if you fold this part and this part, which is a rectangle, this is another part, it is another rectangle. Now this rectangle and this rectangle, the two parts, if you fold about the line L, then also you will find that they will coincide with each other. Okay, so from this discussion we can say that a rectangle has two lines of symmetry. Number of line symmetry is 2. Okay, and which is the line symmetry? It is just obtained by joining the midpoints of the opposite sides of a rectangle. Okay, now let us discuss about rhombus. See children, we do not know what is rhombus. Rhombus is also a quadrilateral. We know square. We know what is a square. In a square, all the four sides are equal. Each angle is 90 degree, we know. But rhombus, we do not know. What is rhombus? Rhombus is again a quadrilateral. See, I am drawing the figure of a rhombus. See, this may be a rhombus. Suppose A, B, C and D. So under what condition we will say that it is a rhombus? Rhombus is actually it is now not the right time to define. Just I am giving a minor definition. Small definition of rhombus. You can simply say that rhombus is a quadrilateral whose four sides are equal, like square. But what is the difference? How is it different from square? In a square each angle is 90 degree. But children, please keep it in mind. In rhombus no angle is 90 degree. In rhombus no angle is 90 degree. Okay, but in square each angle is 90 degree. That is the difference between a rhombus and a square. But in a square all the four sides are equal, and in rhombus also all the four sides are equal. Okay, so that is the similarity between rhombus and square. And what is the difference? In rhombus no angle 90 degree, but in square each angle 90 degree. Angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. Each interior angle is 90 degree in a square, but in a rhombus no interior angle is 90 degree. That is the difference. And the similarity between a rhombus and a square is that they are having same sides. Okay, suppose this is a rhombus. See, suppose this is a rhombus. Now how to get the line symmetry? How to find out? See, this is join A and C. Look at. Suppose I will join two non-consecutive vertices. See, A and C are two non-consecutive vertices. So if we join any two non-consecutive vertices of a quadrilateral, it is called diagonal. Please mark the term. What is diagonal? Diagonal is that line segment which joins any two non-consecutive vertices of a polygon, not necessarily quadrilateral. It can be of polygon also, which we will discuss later. Okay, so it is a quadrilateral ABCD and it is also a polygon. Okay, so in any polygon or any quadrilateral, okay, if we join any two non-consecutive vertices, see, A and C are non-consecutive vertices, but A and B are not non-consecutive. Okay, so if we join any two non-consecutive vertices, we will get a diagonal. Now see, just imagine what will happen. You see, BC and AD equal, DC and AB and DC equal. See, these two are equal, these two are equal, and this is common. So what will happen? You apply the concept of congruency. You will find that this triangle will coincide with this triangle if you fold about this line. So we can say that this is a what? This dotted line will represent one line of symmetry of the rhombus. Okay, because about this dotted line, if you fold the two parts, means the two triangles, that is ABC and ADC, you will find that they will coincide with each other. Now just imagine, join another diagonal. See, I am joining another diagonal. Okay, I am joining another diagonal, because you see B and D, they are also two non-consecutive vertices of this rhombus or quadrilateral. Now if you join BD, you see it is another diagonal. Just imagine children, AD and BC what? They are equal, as I have already told you ki all the four sides are equal. So if you fold, see, if you fold a triangle ABD and a triangle BCD about this line, what will happen? Whether triangle ABD and triangle BCD, they will coincide with each other or not? Yes, they will coincide. Why will they coincide? Because you see, because the length of BC is same as the length of what? AD. So when we fold, see, when we fold BCD and BAD along BD, what will happen? C will fall on A. Look at, C will fall on A. Vertex C will fall on A. Okay? And this, you see, DC. BC will fall on AD and DC will fall on AB. Means fall on means it will completely exactly cover, okay, or coincide. So triangle BCD and triangle BAD will no doubt coincide with each other if we fold them about the line what? About the diagonal BD. So we can say BD, the diagonal BD is one line symmetry and AC is also one line symmetry. So in rhombus, number of line symmetry will be 2 and it is the diagonal of the rhombus which is the line of symmetry. Okay. So children, in this way you can find lines of symmetry of quadrilateral. Okay. We shall discuss more about line symmetry in the next class, and I am sure whatever I discussed till late you must have understood. If it is so, if it is really true, if you think yes, what Mahanti sir is explaining very nicely and we are able to understand everything, then I must say that you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay. So we will discuss more about line symmetry in the next class. Thank you.